Oh, there we go. I started it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just start over briefly. If everybody could open up Canva and we'll just go to the home page. I'm just going to show you how to make, I think this is a good example of something you can do to get that not everybody's doing. I've seen other realtors in Halifax doing these too, so I think they work pretty well. And you can still do one-on-ones with these people that reach out to you. It doesn't really matter. It's just to get the leads in and vet them yourself. So uh, if everybody wants to just go on the Canva website, I do pay for Canva, but you don't need to. The only reason I pay for it is because I wanted just extra fonts and stuff because I like using it. So, okay, I'm just going to assume that everybody has opened up Canva, and I'm going to go into my designs and we'll just go to this one. So another tip is please have a headshot that is recent, like in the last at least 2 years. And if you changed your hair color, then you should probably get another headshot. You want your headshot to look like you. And another note I had here was all of your pictures on social media, so meaning your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page, your photo on Paragon that transmits to realtor.ca and like the other random real estate websites, should all be the same photo. So the only platform that I don't use this photo of myself in the red jacket on is on Instagram, and that's just because my Instagram page, I'll open it up and show you guys, is right here. And I use my Instagram page because I'm trying to get the most views possible. I use it for both like everyday life and real estate. So if it was just a real estate page, I mean, no one really cares that much. That's why most realtors that have big followings on Instagram are doing both at the same time so that they always have enough content. Like I don't have enough commentary to have two different Instagram accounts, one just for real estate. So I just post everything on this one page. And okay, my topic was that I use a different profile photo just because it's less businessy. So people, like normal people, will still follow me, but then I can still get my real estate content out on it. But if your Instagram, you're solely using it for real estate and a little bit of personal stuff, just use, if you don't have a good quality photo, just use your headshot. And you can take your own headshot if you don't, like, you don't have to pay $400 for headshots. You can just take one in front of a white wall. I'm going to show you guys how to make this picture. So these are my clients up top here. And they're just super cute, so I use them. So I'm going to just exit out of this. Actually, I'm going to move this chat for now. So what I did was I started with a blank canvas. I'll just make a whole other one in front of you guys. So if I go to File up on the top, everybody's hopefully following. So I can click Create a New Design, and depending what I want to use it for. So I just always click on Facebook posts because I like to put them on my Facebook page and then boost them, and then my real estate Facebook page is connected to my Instagram account. So when I boost something on my Facebook page, it boosts it on Instagram as well, which is great. So we're just going to click Facebook post. And you don't need, okay, I'm just going to put this chat down for a second and hope that if you have questions, just unmute yourself and ask me the question. All right, so on the corner here in uploads, this is something that maybe some of you don't have. This is a photo of myself where I deleted the background from behind it so I can go in front of anything. So let's say that I want to be in front of this house. Well, I have to position and move myself to the front. And I can make this the whole background of the photo. And then be in front of it. And just, you know, you can, so to make yourself smaller, to make yourself bigger, whatever, don't use this. This will cut your neck off. use the sides. So it'll resize the actual image. So let's say that I want to make, you know, I like the idea of the first time homebuyers thing, so that's what I'm going to do. And this picture makes no sense for a first time homebuyer. Nobody's buying like $1 million house as their first time. But anyway, this picture of myself, I cropped out the background. So to do that, it's very easy. There's this website right here. I'm going to take the link to it and send it to you guys. Okay, where am I? All right, so here's the link. So all you need to do is go to this website, upload your image. So let's say this pretty lady right here, we want to take the background out and make her just a little icon. Oh my God, she is beauty, she is grace. So let's download this. It'll go right to your computer. And then I'm gonna X out of that. If you want that link, if this isn't a good spot to put that link, just let me know. I can just send it in an email. So let's go back to our design. Let's delete me. Let's take that out. So to upload a photo, it's pretty easy. Like, I'm not gonna do a whole in-depth Canva tutorial because you can just go on YouTube and Google one. So where did she go? Right here. So let's make one for Tara. All right. So, I mean, she's a little big. There we go. I also have the KW logo in here. You can go get this on the agent sites or whatever and make it smaller. So let's just say we just want to do, I'm just going to do a couple weird things here. And I don't have, I didn't make her logo, so I have my logo. We're just going to move it on here. You can make your own logos in Canva as well, and there's tutorials on how to do that. You can just use text and then save it as a logo. My logo I did not make. I'm not going to take credit for this. I paid my friend who's a graphic designer to make this for me. So I have it in white and black, and it just looks great. It looks so much more professional when you have a nice logo on your picture. So you can put this wherever you want, and then just add some text and say first time home buyers, and then maybe we want to make it look really cool and put see what I'm doing there. So anyway, I'm not going to get into like changing the fonts and stuff because like the one that I made for the one that you guys just saw, this one, I worked on this for like hours and making different versions of it, trying to see which one looked best. So I'm still on the home screen for Canva, no clue where you went. So on the home screen, all you have to do is so if we go home, you just go to create a, can you see my mouse? You just go to create a design, the blue button. And like, it would probably be beneficial to you to just like do a quick like 3-minute Canva tutorial on YouTube. It would be so much easier. We can see your mouse. Okay, perfect. So, all right. So create design, you go there and you can put in custom dimensions, but I just think it's like, just type in that you want to make a Facebook post. It works for Instagram and Facebook. I find they fit similar. Instagram is a little bit more square than Facebook, but anyways, so this is how you start a new one. Hopefully you guys got that. Mom, if you still didn't get it, then okay, perfect. If you still didn't get it, then just, I don't know what to tell you. All right, so on the left side here, you have everything you need to make something. And you can use someone else's, you can start with someone else's design. Like you can change all this. But I just like it to be simple and look fresh and nice. So we're going to start with our uploads, and I have a lot of stuff already uploaded in here. So like I said, if you don't already have a logo, there's really good tutorials on Canva for how to make a logo for free in Canva. So I'm just going to move mine on here like this. And we don't have uploads yet. So what do we do? Like, you don't need to make it right now. I'm just trying to give you an example. So I would say maybe write down in your notes, like if you don't have a logo that you can easily move on to the paper like this, you don't need one. Like we can go to text if we want to be real ratchet with it here. Put your name in, change it to whatever you want. Text is up here. So let's just pretend that I like this. And then we're going to add whatever you want to call your, like, I know there's different rules in Halifax for what you can call yourself and what logos you need. So let's just pretend like you're going to use this as your logo. There's nothing wrong with this. You can make it a bit cuter. You can also add elements here on the left side. So I do have Canva Pro, so it's going to let me use some of these that you can't use, but there's lots of free ones. And you can also sometimes, if you really love, like let's say you want a little house, if I was a real graphic designer, I could actually go in here and just make a house out of whatever I wanted. But see, it wants me to pay for this one because it's a premium image. It has a watermark on it, but for the sake of this, I really don't care. So we're just gonna put it here, pretend that's my little logo. And then we're going to go to our uploads here. So I hope that all of you at least have one photo. If you don't, if you're a brand new agent, okay, we'll just pretend you're a brand new agent, you have no pictures of anyone with a sold sign in front of them. Go get a sold sign from the office. I know you guys are all sitting there. Maybe you're at home. Go get one of these little sold signs. Go get somebody to take a picture of you standing outside your house or somewhere. It doesn't even need to be in front of a house. It can be in front of a brick wall. Let's move this up. So you can just take this photo. I like the way this looks, that it's at the top. Take a photo of yourself with a sold sign and post that and just say, can't wait to have whatever, like, I can't wait to let my clients hold this sold sign. Like, I just got my first accepted offer or just started my real estate business. Can't wait to hang up some sold signs. And it's a picture of you having the sold sign. That's so much content. You can post that on your Instagram, on your Facebook, on your personal Facebook. You can make a picture of yourself in here. But for the sake of this, we're just going to pretend that you're doing a first-time homebuyers class. So we're going to take a picture of people that we've sold a house to before. Maybe they're not as cute as my people, but that's okay. All right, so I'm going to put this image here. So just a couple little tricks, and I really only learned to use this recently. But up here where my mouse is, you can see it says transparency. So whatever I have clicked at the time, so I'm going to click on this image, I can change the transparency of this image so that it's just blurred into the background. They're not the complete focus. And then I can add some more text over here that says first-time homebuyers. And then I like to break my text up so it looks better. So we'll just write workshop. You can call it a workshop, an info session, a masterclass, whatever. I just thought masterclass sounded cool, so that's what I used for mine. And obviously, I wouldn't be using this because I like to play with my different fonts and make it look really cute. So in the end, you're going to have something like this one. Oh, no, that's, I mean, yeah, sure, whatever. To make yourself transparent background. Use this website. Use a recent nice photo of yourself. It's so easy. It's free. So then you just upload it into Canva, and you can put yourself on there. Put yourself in front of everything. So we can go back to my designs. Like, I'm not going to go through every single step of how to make this, because you can just watch the tutorial and figure out how to use Canva a little bit more for the sake of this training. But if I go to all my designs, I think what Erin wanted me to really do was just talk about different types of content that you can have on your page. So I made a list of things that I think people actually care about. So if, let's say you're a new agent, you might not have any listings yet, but someone's going to let you do an open house for them. So instead of this one right here in front of me that says just sold, I'm sorry if you can hear my dog. Instead of it saying just sold, I would put the address, my little logo or my name, and then I would move myself on in my uploads that are over here, move myself over there and put open house. And then I can have the date up here. So that's such a good example for someone who has no listings yet, no solds yet. Just do an open house picture. Hopefully someone at the office will let you do an open house for them and market their listing, because why not? They're just getting more eyes on it anyway. Let's say that you already have your listings. You have a new listing that you're doing the listing paperwork for today. A good example of some content that you can make for that is to go on your Instagram stories, or take a picture of you sitting at your computer. It doesn't even have to be you if you want. It can be a flat lay of your computer with your like Paragon opened up on your computer, your day timer beside you with a pen, and maybe like your bottle of water, whatever you want. And take a picture of that saying, doing up a new listing today for some great new clients. Okay. And that can go right on your Instagram page. You can go on your real estate Facebook page, as well as you can share it to your personal one as well. I like to share all my stuff that I know. My close friends are obviously like my biggest fans, and they're everybody's biggest fans, right? They're the ones sharing most of your stuff. So the best stuff on your Facebook page, you should automatically be sharing that right to your personal Facebook page as well. So that's where it's going to get the most organic reaches. And your closest friends are the ones that are going to share it the most. So some more good ideas for content. So every single listing that you have, so even if it's not your listing, we already went over, you can do an open house one. I'm sure that you can take one of your office's listings, maybe, like, I guess you can ask if you can put yourself beside it. Like, basically all the companies here do that. Like, if you work at Century 21, you can take one of the listings from Century 21 and market it on your Facebook page. I don't know if maybe you want your face on it, but whatever. I like to take my listings and make I would have like at least three posts, could be more, for every single listing or sold that I have. So let's say I do have the listing. I'm going to make I'm listing this house right now, sneak peek, whatever. Maybe it's a flat lay of my computer and I'm working on it. Second post is probably going to be the actual photo of the home saying just listed on it. So I do have in my designs here, whatever, we'll just pretend it's this one. You can literally make one of these and just change the text on it every single time and input a different picture. And this whole triangle thing, it looks like I spent so much time on this, but I just took one of the pre-made designs and input my own picture. So you should be having a just listed, accepted offer, and then this is kind of tricky. It depends what you want to do for this. If you want to wait until closing day to say just sold, or you want to do it like a just sold, all conditions removed. I think personally for myself, I'm not posting the just sold until like I have the commission check at the lawyer's office waiting for me, because it's happened to me before where like it didn't work. So I would just post just listed, accepted offer, all conditions removed, and then either closing day or sold, one of these. And all I did for these with the black in front of them is just what I showed you with the first time home buyer one. I just changed the transparency to make it darker so that I could put myself in front. So, and then I have all the Keller Williams logos from, I think it's like the agent. Anyway, Erin can say where you find the Keller Williams logos. I have them in my computer from downloading them. Then, oh, this is a good one too. So I made this one a while ago. Don't judge me on the text. I don't know what it says. So let me just get it here. So this is a picture of both of us. So this is even a post, like this is not going to be a post. It can be a post, I guess, but this was specifically so that we could go out and like postcard a neighborhood. Obviously it's not postcard size, but I can change the size of it anytime. So what I did was this specific address, 47 Lakeview Drive, actually ended up selling for $20,000 over asking price. And we really wanted more listings in that specific place. So we just I made this flyer up, and then we can go deliver this around the neighborhood, or it can also go on Facebook saying, I did make one as well with a picture of the house saying like, we're looking for more houses like this one, like it just sold. And I made a few, you can see down here in the corners. I just won't bother opening them because it takes a couple minutes. And you can you can do any color, whatever, make everything look good together. Okay, I'm gonna go through my notes here and give you some examples of what kind of content I do. So I go on my Instagram stories every day. Some days I don't, like if I look really bad or if I really just have nothing to say. But you should be going on your Instagram stories every day. Either like it can be anything. It doesn't have to be about real estate. It's about like people looking forward to clicking on your stories to see what you're saying that day. So that's for Instagram. Content for Instagram is a lot different than your content. So Canva specifically, what I use Canva for is for my Facebook content, for my real estate Facebook page. If you don't have an Instagram account, you should just make a personal Instagram account for yourself where you also can share your real estate stuff. Because if you boost something from your Facebook page, you can connect it to your Instagram, and it won't even go on your feed, but it will boost it throughout Instagram. So you'll get to see how many people like it, but it's not, interrupting your Instagram feed at all. A good tip for Instagram would be to buy some presets. If you don't know how to use Lightroom, like I use presets. I do know how to use Lightroom. So Lightroom is an app that you can get on your phone, and you may or may not have heard of presets before, but I'm going to go to my Instagram and just kind of show you what I mean. Where is it? Oh, right here. So if I scroll down my Instagram, you can see that everything sort of looks the same. Like the pictures are different, yes, but the preset that I have, a preset is basically a set color scheme for the photo. So I can put this into my Photoshop tool on my phone and add the preset over this so that my whole feed just looks very bright and airy and light and everything matches. Very pleasing to the eyes. Then also, if you're looking for some content suggestions, I have a highlight here on my Instagram. So what a highlight is when you go in your Instagram stories. So at the top of your Instagram, you can't see it here because I'm on the web page, but what was the name of the photo app again? So the photo app that you can you download presets into is called Lightroom. So you download Lightroom from the App Store. It looks like a big L and an R. Sorry. And then you can go buy presets. So there's a lot of influencers and stuff that are selling their presets. Personally, my favorite person that offers presets, and you can also make your own in Lightroom. You can just upload your photo and it's the same as editing it on your phone, right? Where you can adjust the brightness and stuff. But the great thing and the advantage of having a preset is you don't forget how you edited it the last time. You can just click the preset and add it to over the photo, and then you can adjust it. Like I always adjust mine a little bit depending on the photo because some are brighter and some are darker. But my favorite person that offers presets is Jillian Harris. I think they're $65 for like 8 presets or something. So if you just go to Jillian Harris on Instagram, she's a really good example of someone who, like, she has 1 million followers. She could sell you a bag of poop, like, and you would buy it basically. So go follow her. Let's just rep her brand right now. Anyways, you can click in, usually it's in here in her bio, but just Google the presets, Jillian Harris presets, if you want to look at them. But you can see her feed looks great. Like everything matches. Even like this picture that probably was so dark before right here, she put her preset over it so it matches every single thing on the feed. And if I'm getting too in depth with like the whole preset Instagram thing, I'm sorry. I can stop that now. But what I just meant was you should be posting on your Instagram. If you don't have Instagram, get Instagram. Go on your stories at least every 2 days, hopefully. For posts on your feed, I kind of have a harder time with this because I don't have like someone following me around taking pictures of me all the time. I have to take them myself. So stories are just so much easier. You can flip open your camera anytime. If you're sitting waiting for your client to get to a showing, you can pop on your stories and say, hey guys, like happy Tuesday, whatever day it is. I'm just waiting for my client to get here. I'm out in whatever part of Halifax you want to be in, and I'm about to show this 2-bedroom, and if it's not too popular of a listing, which that's what ended up happening to me, was I was doing tours of my showings. So even if it wasn't my listing, it's content for me to go show this home, right? As long as it's okay to take inside photos. Like if it's checked on the listing that you're not allowed to take inside photos, then I wouldn't take videos of their home. But I'll just take a little snapshot of the kitchen or a snapshot of the living room, and those pictures are already on Paragon anyways. And sometimes the pictures I would take with my cell phone would be better than the agent's pictures on their listing anyway. So I'd snap a little picture of the nice kitchen and say like, I'm showing my clients this house today, and that would go on my Instagram story. So just, I'll click on my highlight, my realtor life is what I have it called. So I save all my stories. I'm not going to do this one. So this is just an example. I took a picture of my open house sign with my sign next to it. And then this is another picture of a house I was showing that I ended up getting an accepted offer on. And it was just so cute. So it was great content for me. And then I save too, whenever I list something, I save everything here and just little videos of, you know, first closing, add some stuff to it. Some other things. Okay, so example for Insta stories, tour of your new listing, tour of someone else's listing, an open house tour. So if you're doing an open house, just pop on your stories and give them a little tour. Please be in the story, you know, so if the first of the story should be your face, probably saying, hey guys, I'm here at 22 like Newland Crescent, whatever, and I'm going to give you guys a little tour of this awesome kitchen or this awesome spot, whatever. And then you can flip your camera around and give a little tour. Don't make it like 17 slides long because no one's paying attention that long. Do you not have a time limit on stories on Instagram? As you can tell, I have an account but don't use it. Yeah, you have a time limit, but you can record a video for like, I can't record a video on my computer, but you do have a time limit, but it goes in different snippets. So if you start saying, I think the time limit's like 30 seconds per like little snippet or something. It's longer now. I don't really know, but if you just start using it, you'll get the hang of it. If you want to go, like, shameless plug, please all go follow me on Instagram. I could definitely use 10 more followers. Go on my Instagram, go to my stories, look at my stories and see that like just because that specific little snippet ended doesn't mean I stopped talking about the same thing. So sometimes like my stories will be 3 or 4 pegs long. You don't want, then what I was saying was you don't want your story to be like 12 pegs long. You don't want to be just going on a random rant. No one's going to pay attention for that long. So open house tour is a really good one. And you can have like a little picture of your open house sheets on the counter, especially like the most premium content is when you are in a beautiful house. So if you're showing a beautiful house, maybe go a little bit early before your clients get there and take a picture of yourself standing in the kitchen. I mean, if you can't do this with every spot, but if it's your listing or you're doing an open house there, get all the content you can, honey. It's free. So you can get someone at the office to take a picture of you at your desk, sitting behind the desk saying, doing some CMAs up for clients, letting them know what their home is now worth in today's current market, or my buyers from last year, I'm giving them all CMAs this year to let them know how much their house is now worth a year later. And then people are going to see that. Like, you want to be on social media every single day. In some way or another, like whether it's an Instagram post, an Instagram story, or on your Facebook. Nobody on your Facebook should forget that you're a realtor. I know you're like, okay, I don't want to bother people, but who cares? It happened to me before that one of my friends a couple years ago, 3 years ago, probably bought a house from another realtor. And then I messaged her and said, why didn't you use me as your realtor? She said, oh, I kind of forgot you were a realtor. And I was like, well, that's never happening again. That's never going to happen again. I'm going to just bombard you guys with the fact that I'm a realtor. So I did that and my business is way better now. Okay. I guess I wrote in here that people are following you for entertainment. About the presets, I love this idea, but our IG page already has almost 200 photos. Any suggestions for editing them all? No, don't. Here's what you can do. So go through your Instagram page, and if there's anything on there that's just not relevant at all, it's an ugly photo, it doesn't make sense, you know, because like, look at how many photos I have. I have like 700 posts. I started Instagramming when I was in like grade 11. So there's so much stupid stuff on here, and I've since gone through, and you can actually, I can't show you guys. I don't think I can do this on a computer, but let's say this picture of my dog. I have a client that hates dogs, so I want to delete it. I'm just kidding. I would never work with someone who hated dogs. You can't do it on the computer one, but on your app, on your Instagram, on your phone, you can actually click on the picture and go to the little 3 dots at the top, I think. Just let me open up my phone. So if I go to my feed, and so yeah, if I click on the specific photo that I don't really want on my feed, but also I do want to save it because it's a memory, just go to the top right. This is an awesome feature that Instagram just, top right, 3 dots on it. Like, hopefully if you're wanting to know how to do this, just open up your phone and do it with me. Click on the photo, there's 3 dots on the right of it, and then you click archive, and then it'll go in your archive so that the public can't see this photo anymore, but you can always go. Yes, side note, I'm only on my Instagram on a computer so that I can show you what it looks like. You're supposed to be using it on a phone. When I'm finished, I can turn my camera on and show you on my phone, I guess, but it's not going to look as good. So just don't use Instagram on a computer, guys. Just don't do it. All right, so your question about the whole presets thing, just start doing them now. Like, your next photo, add the preset to it, and then by the time you get, because when someone looks at your Instagram, they're really only seeing the first 3 rows, like 3 or 4 rows if they scroll down. So in a couple weeks, you can have 3 or 4 rows with your preset on them. That in your Instagram, just start new now. Don't delete all your posts that are good. Like, you can keep all those. Archive the stupid ones. That's what I did. Okay, what else was I gonna say? I was gonna say people are following you. People want to follow you on Instagram and Facebook and stuff for entertainment. Like, your Facebook page is your business page. You're not doing anything crazy on there. And I love when realtors do, though, when they take videos, funny videos themselves, but you know, we're not all like that. So Instagram, I feel like, is the best place to market your business, just to market yourself. You're not even marketing yourself as a realtor. You're just marketing yourself in general, and people know you as a realtor. So people are following you for entertainment. They're not going to watch your stories if you're just sitting there like, hey guys, today in real estate, there's 60 new listings. It's like, nobody cares. They can look up this on realtor.ca. So you like, come on with something authentic to you. Like if you're like, I'm always with my dogs, so I probably bombard people with my dogs too much, but who cares? That's just like, and then people follow me that love dogs because they're like, oh my God, I'll use her as a realtor because she's such a dog mom. Just as many pictures of yourself doing things as you can get. Just fill up your whole Instagram and your Facebook with those. I said the whole, like, all the different stuff. Oh, boosting your ads on Facebook. If you're like, I boost everything I post on my Facebook page, even for just like $20. I'll do it for like $2 a day for 2 weeks, just so it says sponsored on the top and it is getting some sort of reach. I mean, you can put more money on it if you want to, but it looks good when people are seeing your photos pop up and you're like, not specifically, I would never boost a selfie or anything like that, but let me go to my, this is so hard with this thing at the top, my Facebook page. So let's just go down to my posts. It's really important that you guys have professional looking photos of your listings. This is how people are judging you to use you as their realtor. So this specific house right here, before I listed it, the photos were atrocious, horrible. When I took these photos, okay, the grass was dead. The water was not blue. I went out and took these photos because I do have a good camera. I went out and took these photos myself, and then I sent them to my friend who's a photographer who I paid to edit them brighter for me, because I just, like, you can, when you don't have the education of going through like a program like they did, like actual photographers, when they took it in school, they know so much more than us. So at some point it's better to just pay somebody to do it. So I went out and took the photos. It saved me money, but I needed someone to make them look brighter outside, because obviously it was right after fall and all the leaves were gone. Like you can kind of tell in the corner right there that the tree's dead. But so this is boosted all the time. Every single listing that I get, it's boosted to say just listed, the address, the price, a little write-up, and then I usually have at the bottom, I'll have a link to go click on the listing. And then I always, so after I boost it, I always share it to my personal Facebook page. So this is an example of a post I made that I showed you guys earlier how to make. So I just put it on here, boosted it. I already have 3 people that want to come to my first time homebuyers class that I didn't even make yet. So that's great. Another tip is open up your notes. And okay, I don't really know how to get to that on my computer, but anywho, on your notes on your phone, you should have all your hashtags saved. So on your Instagram, when you Instagram a photo of yourself, even if it's just a selfie or if it's like you sitting at your desk at the office, you should see how all my hashtags are right underneath this, so that it's, when people see this post, it's probably going to be a bit smaller. So they'd have to click read more on it. And then when it opens up, then the hashtags are there. But this is automatically hashtagging me under Charlottetown, Summerside, real estate, Prince Edward Island. So I have all these saved in my notes. Anything that's relevant to the photo too, you can add that day. So let's say you're getting your nails done at the salon and you're like, it's good to also talk about other businesses too and kind of hype them up, because then it's not all about you all the time. And people are like, oh, wow, she's so, I want to take her recommendations. And then they want to use you as their realtor because they feel like, you must be a good realtor if you're recommending all these other places and whatever. So copy paste all your hashtags into your notes so that you don't have to make them every time. You just paste them onto every post. Yeah, so this is just what I do. I don't really know what else. I like to use a lot of emojis. on Facebook specifically. So I don't like making so I'll make the ad on my phone actually, because the emojis on like desktop Facebook, they don't look as good and I can't tell what they are. Like this little 3 houses thing does not look the same on a phone. It looks so much better. And most people that are seeing your stuff, are on a phone. So it's going to look way better than what it does here. Like these little 3 houses, you'll actually be able to tell they're houses. Okay. I want to see if there's anything else. I feel like I just went at it. Oh, I said this already, but so you should be using the same photo for your Facebook page, your LinkedIn, if you want to use the same one for your Instagram, I don't, that's fine. For realtor.ca and on your signs. In my personal opinion, your face should be on your signs because you want people to be like, how do I know her? When they see you in the mall or the grocery store and they're like, oh, that's that realtor. Make sure your headshot is good quality. Get some presets, I said that. Cut yourself out, I showed you how to do that. Yeah, that's honestly basically it. If you have any questions about anything, you can type them out now or unmute yourself. Let me know. If not, then I feel like we're kind of done here. Thanks, Janice. I'll probably think of more things later, but oh, I'm gonna give you guys homework. I've always wanted to do this. Okay, everybody today has to get a picture of themselves. It would be great to do this again. Can you email the links you had on here? I had no idea making myself a PNG was so easy. I know, revolutionary. Okay, so yes, I will email the links that I use. I mean, Canva is pretty self-explanatory, but I'll just send all the links that I use to Erin. It's really just the PNG one, or I guess, and like, I'll make a little bit of notes to send to Erin about the presets and how to remove yourself from the background. It's actually so easy, and it looks like it's so hard, and a graphic designer did it for you, but it's so easy. So homework for today. I just have always wanted to say that. Just get someone in the office. I'm sure you guys are all sitting there and there's like 30 people. Do you know what I would have so many photos of myself if I was in that office with you guys right now. Like take one at your desk, take one in front of the cool wall that says Keller Williams. I'm so excited to have you do such an amazing job for Zoom session. Yeah, I'm in PEI, so just have so much more content here. Actually, there's nothing to do here. So if I can figure out how to have content, you must be able to have 10 times more than me. Yeah, get a photo of yourself. You know, you gotta, and it's not gonna be the first photo you take. You're probably gonna have like double chin, you know, your hair's not gonna be right. You gotta take a few photos and then get it into Lightroom, download the Lightroom app, get yourself some presets. They're like $60 for Jillian Harris's presets, and they look amazing. They're a business expense because you're using them for business. And then put it on your Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back, and then I'll like all your posts. I'll like all your posts. I'll comment on everything, being like, you're amazing. You're so beautiful. You're the best realtor ever. And I hope that you do that for me too. Okay, thanks guys. I don't want to keep you any longer, but if anyone else needs